Okay, we'll go ahead and get started, and welcome to the Michigan City Park Board meeting for Wednesday, August 21, 2019. If you rise and repeat the pledge, please. I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America, and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all. Shannon, would you please call the roll?
Mr. Freeze?
Here.
Mr. Lang?
Here.
Ms. Esper?
Here.
We have the minutes from the meeting of Wednesday, August 7th in front of us. If there are any corrections or additions, please speak up. If not, I need a motion to accept these minutes.
I would so move.
I will second.
All in favor say aye.
Aye.
Opposed? Motion carries.
We also have minutes from our executive meeting on August 7th. If these are acceptable, need a motion to accept.
I would so move.
I would second.
All in favor say aye.
Aye.
Opposed? Motion carries.
Old business. Jeremy?
Thank you. A few project updates for you. The ESG project, they submitted the change order for the Patriot Park lighting last night at the City Council meeting, which was approved. So we'll be moving forward with that aspect of the project here shortly, which will be some rewiring, fuses, things of that nature, regarding specifically of Banwart Field, but for the system itself. And then we're just waiting on drawings back on how we're going to properly enclose the exterior work that's with the solar panels at the senior center. So as soon as we get that, hopefully we will be have that hopefully by next Tuesday when we meet, just to make sure that it is everything, from an aesthetic standpoint, that it works, and that we could potentially move forward with that as well to enclose those at the senior center. That's basically it with the ESG project, and then the old Lighthouse Museum project, again keeping this on the agenda for the purpose of the grant, but we will be having a walkthrough with Crumlish and Crumlish tomorrow on site at the old Lighthouse Museum that Shannon and I will be attending, just to walk the site with them and make sure we're all on the same page as we move forward through the design and engineering process. I'd be happy to answer any questions the board may have.
I just have one question. On the sidewall where all of the senior center, where all of those pipes were coming out, is that going to be changed? I think that was a contentious thing, was it not?
Yeah, so it's not going to be changed or removed or relocated because it has to. That's really the only area of that wall that it can come through, because it has access to the interior electric.
Okay.
So that's why it is there, and there's really no other space. But what they're looking at doing is putting some type of a fencing around it. Has to be 4 foot clear so we can get in there if we ever need to from a maintenance standpoint, and then covering up the conduit again, making sure it matches the facility, the same color scheme, things of that nature. So we're just waiting on what that might look like.
Right. Thank you.
Jeremy, Banwart Field's the only one that has difficulties, problems, electrical problems?
Banwart is the one main field that we've had where the lights have went out. All other fields have maintained their lights. And that's the one, and looking at it, is the one that is worst off, if you will, that needs the immediate attention. So that's why we're choosing that one. But there's going to be some other fixes that should help, the entire park itself.
I guess this would be under old business. The dedication of the field for Carl Swenson, I thought, was very nice, and a nice crowd, and the resolution that you read kind of summed everything up. So yeah, I'm very, very pleased with that. Anything else for Jeremy?
That is it on old business.
Sorry?
That is it on old business, yes.
We do have one item I know of, tabled business. Is the Park Department's 2019 second quarter report. We had tabled it at our last meeting to give the population a chance to look through it. Jeremy, has there been any comments?
We have received no comments, questions, or concerns to our office.
Okay. Any from the board?
I have none.
I have none.
With that being the case, we have a motion to accept the second quarter report.
I would make that motion.
I will second that.
All in favor say aye.
Aye.
Opposed? Motion carries.
Thank you. By the way, it was well done.
Absolutely.
Any other table business, Shannon?
No, sir.
New business, we have, and it's quite a new business, Park Department's 2020 budget and capital request. Jeremy, I'll turn this over to you.
Yes, and that has been presented to the board. We were given a guidance document by the city controller that we had to follow and basically just fill in numbers. So it's for the most part, a carryover of 2019. Usually some actual numbers with utilities, things of that nature. But again, it's there for you. It's been presented to you. If you do have any questions, comments, and concerns, that has already been submitted to the controller's office, but by statute, the park board does need to approve that prepared budget that we have submitted. So if there are any changes or anything that you guys would want to add, delete, change of that nature, we would need to do that in relatively short order. But again, be happy to answer any questions that you may have. Again, mayor controller review. The mayor will then submit his entire city budget to the city council. The anticipated date would be for their September 17th city council meeting. That would be first reading. And then the week of September 24th is tentatively when they're planning all of the department hearings with the finance committee and entire council. Don't know what that schedule looks like yet or what our day or time would be, but it's tentatively scheduled for sometime the week of September 24th. And I will keep the board updated as soon as I do know that date.
That'll be upstairs where they
More than likely, it'll be in the Mayor's West conference room.
Are there any questions for Jeremy or Shannon dealing with the preliminary budget that they have submitted?
I have none at this time.
None either.
Well, I tell you, Jeremy, I really appreciate the time that you, Shannon, and all the department heads and everybody involved has taken to put together this budget. I know it's a laborious task,
Yes, it is.
and having done this a few times, I didn't envy you doing that. But congratulations! It looks, just from casual looking at it here, without really scrutinizing every line, looks pretty good. It'd be interesting to, when we go in front of the finance committee, to see what happens. Do we need a motion to table this or vote on it? I'd like to table it.
Well, historically, it's been approved by the park board prior to going to the mayor and the city controller, but because of the timeline that was presented to us to get it to them, yeah, they already have it. So, I mean, the board can obviously choose to do whatever you want, but at some point in time, whether it's this evening or at your next meeting, would need to officially approve the budget that has been submitted.
So it's going to them on what date?
It's already there.
It's already there.
I mean, as far as they're making the decision as to.
The city council will receive it from the mayor and the city controller for their September 17th
Okay, all right.
meeting. So they're in the process of review and looking at it right now for the next couple of weeks. So if there were any changes that the board wanted to present from what has been submitted,
Oh, I see.
that
Okay,
we're kind of under a tight gun here to do
Gotcha.
that.
Has Phil said anything? The other Phil? Has he said anything?
We had conversation with him, but he seemed to think that everything looked good and was in
Yeah.
order. Again, understanding that we had to stick to,
Yes.
for the most part, a guidance document that was submitted by the city controller's office and the mayor, because we haven't, the AVs haven't come, the assessed values haven't come in, so they're not sure how much tax dollars
Sure.
they're gonna be working with. So from that standpoint, it's not like we could throw a bunch more things in our budget than what we had here in 2019 for them to even consider without knowing what the AVs were coming back and how much they had to work with from a citywide standpoint.
I guess the question would be for Nelson. Since it's been submitted, can we vote on it tonight?
Yes, and I encourage you to vote on it even though it's already been submitted.
Okay. Any questions now from the board? Okay, then look for a motion to accept the 2020 budget that has been submitted.
I so move that we accept the 2020 budget as indicated.
I would second.
All in favor, say aye.
Aye.
Opposed? Motion carries.
Once again, thank you.
Lots of work there.
Yeah.
Oh my gosh.
We do have some resolutions, 896, and I will read the top part for this, and all the others are the same, and just the numbers are gonna, and departments will change. Whereas the superintendent of the Department of Park and Recreation has reported that certain transfers of funds are necessary within the budget of the Michigan City Department of Park and Recreation because of unanticipated expenses from various accounts, which accounts do not have sufficient funds available for disbursement for said expenses. And whereas there are funds available for said purposes in various other accounts which are not expected to be paid from said accounts during the remainder of this budget year. And whereas the Michigan City Park and Recreation Board has determined that said expenses are necessary and that an account transfer should be made in order to meet said expenses. Now therefore be it resolved that the following transfer be made from the following named accounts to the following named accounts and for the purpose stated therein. Decrease Fund 2062.000, which is the golf fund. That is line 413.014, vacation buyback for $6,104. And the same line, seasonal wages for $5,000. That's the decrease. Increase Fund 2062.00, golf course funds 429.007, miscellaneous merchandise, the alcohol is $6,104.00, and the from 429.001, other supplies, concessions, $5,000. Do you have a motion to accept this resolution?
I would so move.
I will second that.
All in favor, say aye.
Aye.
Opposed? Motion carries.
We have resolution 897, and this is decreased funds from 2056.506 senior center fund. That's line 411.016, salaries and wages overtime of $812. An increase, that's senior center fund, 435.040, utilities water of $812. Do you have a motion to accept this resolution?
I so move that we accept resolution number 897.
I would second.
All in favor, say aye.
Aye.
Opposed? Motion carries.
898, resolution 898, decrease funds 2053.000, concession funds 411.014, seasonal wages of $17,000, 439.090, contractual $5,000, 436.010, repair and maintenance $1,000, and 423.031, small tools $1,000. Increase the concession fund, line 429.009, miscellaneous merchandise $8,000, 435.010, electric $2,000, and 429.001, other supplies $14,000. Do we have a motion to accept resolution 898?
I would so move.
I will second that.
All in favor, say aye.
Aye.
Opposed? The motion carries.
Is there any others that didn't make the?
No, sir.
I'm sorry, Shannon, did you say?
There's no
Okay,
other
thank you.
new business.
We have reports of officers. Jeremy?
Thank you. Fairly short report this evening. We did receive a letter in the mail from the Michigan City Municipal Band. Just quickly reading, Dear Park Department, the Board of Directors wishes to thank you on behalf of the band membership and our extended audience for all you have done towards another successful summer band season. Sincerely, Joe Fran-Bendick, Secretary Treasurer. I just want to thank the Muni Band for the nice letter and working with them. They're always a pleasure to work with and continue to bring people down to our Guy Foreman Amphitheater, which is very, very nice in the summertime. Last night I attended the City Council meeting, and we had our third and final reading on the additional appropriation for the Michigan City Golf Course for $125,000 to put into that cash balance to ensure that we were not in the red at the end of the fiscal year, and that did pass last night by a 7-1 vote. So I want to thank the City Council and the Mayor and working with them to resolve that issue and keep the golf course moving forward. Also, we received a notice today that NOAA finally approved our beach mat grant that we had submitted to them some time ago. This will be a total of 4 beach mats that are about approximately 200 feet in length that we'll be putting at 4 of our public access points along Lakeshore Drive that we have previously determined. It's going to take a while for the contract to get here, for everything to get worked out. So by the time all of that works, we're looking at probably not putting the mats down until the spring, just because we don't want to put them down in the winter. But once that is completed, we will have to do a topo survey, and as a part of that, there will be planting up to the edge of the mats themselves with marram grass. So we're looking forward to that. It does follow the guidelines of our land management plan. So we're interested and excited to see how that works and operates moving forward for public access. And just a note for the board this evening, I was notified late this afternoon by Chief Novak from the Michigan City Fire Department that, as they have in years past, they will be down in Washington Park Labor Day weekend doing their Fill the Boot campaign. And that will be, he said, they're looking at Saturday, Sunday, Monday, looking about 11 a.m. To 3 p.m. And that goes to raise money for muscular dystrophy. So again, happy to work with the Michigan City Fire Department and their and our kind of endeavors of raising those funds for such a great cause. So with that, it does conclude my report. I will add that we did have some graffiti all over our playground equipment at spray painted graffiti all over our park at Adams. And it was about $30 as the cost of the material, and then sending about 1 hour of labor cost, so it costs about $50 to remove all that graffiti at Adams Park. And that does conclude my report this evening.
Any questions or comments for Jeremy?
Who was the one vote against the approval?
It was Ron Hamilton Jr.
Thank you.
Any other comments?
No, I have none.
Shannon, any other officer reports?
No, sir.
Okay. Mr. Latchford is not here for Planning Commission. Port Authority, I was unable to make that meeting, so I have no report. Mr. Lang.
The Zoological Society met last Tuesday, and one of the things that is occurring that they will benefit from on August the 31st, pardon, there is a block party between Knuckleheads and Three Sheets Bars on Barker Avenue. That's between Washington and Wabash Street. And this goes from 12 till 8, and they are having a 50-50 raffle along with all kinds of other celebrations. But the Zoological Society will be the benefit of the 50-50 raffle, which is very nice of them to do. Also, as I had mentioned at our last meeting, and I will just mention this again, even though this is a ways off, Boo at the Zoo is going to be on October the 19th of this year. You may remember that last year the second session was canceled because the weather was so horrible. So this year, hopefully that will change. Just a reminder, adults 16 and up are $4, children 2 to 16 are $5. And of course, all of the proceeds from this go directly to the benefit of the Washington Park Zoo animals. And if anyone has a question about this, and they're always looking for people to help out, people can call the zoo at 873-1510 if they have any questions. There will be 2 sessions, one starting at 11:30 and going till 1:30. The second session will start at 3:30 and go until 5:30. And they are expecting 1,500 at each one of these sessions. So there's going to be a lot of activity in the zoo. And that, so far, is what's going on with the Zoological Society.
Thank you. Attorney's report.
I don't have anything to report this evening.
Thank you. Director's report.
I just wanted to give the board a quick update on the Singing Sands Trail. You can see it's continuing west. They're starting to fill in the sides of the sidewalk that were poured just west of City Hall. Last week I did meet with our construction inspector from Primera, and there was an issue with 5 very large trees that needed to come down to put the trail in. which requires a bat survey and DNR permission. It's kind of a big deal. We were actually able to shift the trail over 12 to 18 inches and avoid those trees, which is fantastic because they are large, mature trees. We had plans to replant them, and now we won't have to. So I'd like to thank Brad Minnick from Primera for coming up with that, kind of not slowing our project down and also saving trees along the route. And they are continuing to work in a westerly direction until weather does not allow.
Thank you, Shannon. Any questions for Shannon? All right, moving on, Department of Finance, Mr. Lang.
All right, Michigan City Park Department claims docket for August the 21st, 2019. Municipal, $102,463.21. Zoo endowment, nothing at this time. Golf petty cash, $3,422.35. Total claims coming to $105,885.56. And I so move that we pay this claims docket.
Second.
All in favor, say aye.
Aye.
Opposed? Motion carries.
Next on the line here is payroll number 17 for July the 28th, 2019 to August the 10th, 2019, with the pay date of August the 16th, 2019. Total payroll of $90,617.90. And I so move that we meet this payroll.
Second.
All in favor, say aye.
Aye.
Opposed? The motion carries.
Under gifts and donations, more investments, DBA, MTM Realty Group, miscellaneous zoo donation of $300. BAI / Brights Zoo, transfer of monkeys, $2,700. Michigan City Christian Church, miscellaneous zoo donation, $50. Jeanette Lisak / Phillips, memorial bench, $1,500. I make a motion that we accept these gifts and donations.
Second.
All in favor, say aye.
Aye.
Opposed? The motion carries.
Under minor transfers, a decrease. This is administration and seasonal wages, this is line item 411.014 of $2,000, and an increase in that same line item line item 411.016 administration overtime, moving that $2,000 to that particular area. That is under minor transfers, and I move that we okay this decrease and increase.
Second.
All in favor, say aye.
Aye.
Opposed? The motion carries.
Under Board of Works, invoices totaling $50,786 were paid at the Board of Works meeting on the 19th of August to H. Barber & Sons Incorporated for the beach sanitizer. Invoices totaling $19,525.54 were paid at the Board of Works meeting the same date to Primera Engineers Ltd, Singing Sands Phase 1, $15,991.24. Butler, Fairman and Seifert, Singing Sands Phase 3, $3,534.30. And I so move that we make these payments to the Board of Works. Actually, we have to okay these at a former meeting. We okayed what was going on with that payment, but then the Board of Works had to actually make the final decision. So what we're doing is we're just saying that we are in agreement, we're okaying that.
Is that your motion?
So that is the motion.
I would second.
All in favor, say aye.
Aye.
Opposed? The motion carries.
Credit card charges. Credit card charges totaling $316.89 were paid to Smart Sign Store, No Smoking Signs, $36.90. HomeDepot.com, Century Safe Depository Safe, $279.99. I make a motion that we meet that credit card charge.
Second.
All in favor, say aye.
Aye.
Opposed? The motion carries.
And that is all from Department Finances.
Okay, thank you. Do we have any comments from the audience at this time? Comments from the board, Christine?
I have none.
I have none.
I just have one. You mentioned the band concert. The last concert of the year happened to be the 3-day weekend of us old people having our 60th class reunion. And Thursday we attended the concert. And we had a considerable number of people from out of town. And when we gathered after the concert, I was asked more than once, do they do this every Thursday? And where do we pay? I mean, they were just amazed, and all these people at one time or other were from Michigan City. Well, not all the spouses, but nothing but great comments about the program, and it was very, very enjoyable. So, congratulations to the band.
60 years.
60 years.
Wow.
I know. Seems like only I remember the commencement speech. I won't give it to you, but I can.
When you graduated, had musical instruments been invented at that time?
Well, we had a drum. Yeah.
Excellent.
We even had cap and gowns. Well, they were called togas.
Very good.
Any other comments? With that, I look for a motion to adjourn. Oh, well, hang on. Don't adjourn yet. Our next meeting is Wednesday, September 4th, 5 o'clock, right here. Now, we have a motion to adjourn.
I'd so move to adjourn.
Wow.